Shalom. All praises go to the Most High Yahweh. Right. Shalom. All praises go to the Most High Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Kakadash. Double honors unto the elder apostles and great millstone for the teachings of the scriptures, among other things. Shalom to the sincere Akim across the world. Yeah, man. So, what's going on right now is that, there's a lot of crazy things going on around here. And the prophecy is being sped up, you know what I'm saying? So, let me get up in the scriptures, right? This is 2nd Esdras chapter 15, verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy which I will put in thy mouth, saith Yahweh. So that's why we're actually talking to the Jacob descendants, you know what I'm saying? Because they're trying to make it seem as if the Lord, the man that they call Jesus, is a Caucasian male. He's an Edomite. You know what I'm saying? He's not. He's an Israelite. He's a dark-skinned Israelite, and that the book of Revelation chapter 1 verse 14 and verse 15. You can read from 12 on down. Now it says verse 2, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. So what did the prophets do, which are our people? They wrote these scriptures down to where now we have it this day, which is the comforter in itself. Yahushua is the comforter, you know what I'm saying? And then he left the scriptures for the Israelites, which is the comforter, the spirit that he left behind, which is, I think it was John chapter 1. The comforter. I started this one. John chapter 14, verse 26. But the Comforter, which is the Holy Spirit, whom the Father will send in my name, he shall teach you all things, and bring all things to your remembrance, whatsoever I have said unto you. So all the things that has been said unto us back in the days, we're actually having it right now. The breakdowns and stuff like that, the understanding. Because these people don't know. World War III is about to come, and what are they doing? They have no idea. They have no clue whatsoever. So that's why we come into the Jacob descendants to tell y'all, like, hey, listen up, man. This ain't time to actually go out there, build a career, trying to get some family together. If you have a family, that's something else. And if you want some, hey, 1 Corinthians said, like, look, I'm not, Yahushua is not actually against it, you know what I'm saying? But woe unto them that are with child, which will not be for the elect. Because the elect, you know what I'm saying, their children are going to get saved. They're going to make it. You know, I will lead thy children with thee, hold them by the hand, just like I will hold you, said the Lord. Right, so this is John, wait. Bear with me. Which is, let me see something. This is, let me see. This is John chapter, 15, verse 26. Now it says here, but when the Comforter is come, I will send unto you from the Father, even the Spirit of truth, which proceeded from the Father. He shall testify of me. So what is that? That's the scriptures, man. The scriptures is the one that is testifying of Yahushua, because he's the one that's bearing Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, the Son of the Most High. And then everybody's going to know about it, because, 30 years ago, the majority of our people didn't even think about the Lord being a dark-skinned man. You know what I'm saying? They didn't even know about the name Yahushua. So now they're finding it out. Bit by bit, truth by truth, step by step. So they're finding it out, man. You know what I'm saying? And this word is being spread all over the four corners of the earth. So what we're doing right now is exactly prophecy. Because we're testifying of Yahushua. He's about to come, right? And collect only the Israelites, man. The so-called Negros, Latinos, and Indianos. Right, so it says, First Esdras chapter 15, verse 3. Fear not the imagination against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. So it doesn't matter what they actually think of doing, because you got Esau right now. What is he doing? He's paying off groups. You know what I'm saying? He's making up other doctrines and stuff like that, making it up as if everything is all lovey-dovey, but it's not. The economy is going down the drain. Everything is getting more expensive, but actually the money is getting weaker. But these people don't know. You know what I'm saying? Rent is going up, even though the house is getting older. So everything is systematically getting destroyed bit by bit. And who's doing it? Amalek. If you watch that documentary Amalek on that other channel that I upload on, which is huge too, I'll put the link in the description box so you can check it out for yourself. Not this one, but on the main channel. I'll put it in the description box. I'll put it in the description box also, so you can check it out for yourself. And it's also on the main channel, in the banner. So I'll put it there too for you to check it out. You know what I'm saying? So now it says here, verse 4. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. So it don't matter if they believe or not, they're gonna die in their wickedness, man. You know, it's gonna be a patient thing for the Heavenly Father to actually, because 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 9, the Heavenly Father is patient. You know what I'm saying? Long suffering. And it's gonna be a day where He's gonna actually just lay everything down, man. You know? He's long suffering, but He doesn't want these. Let me get that. Now this is 2 Peter chapter 3. 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 9, it says, Yahweh is not slack concerning His promise, as some men count slackness, but is long suffering to usward, not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance. So does He want to take up descendants to die? No. But are they gonna die? Bet your ass they're gonna die. Just like the rest of the heathen nations, bit by bit. And they're gonna die horrible, especially the Israelites that know this truth and are willingly out there trying to make some money with this truth, man. You know, trying to make not my father's house a house of merchandise. Make not the Lord's house a house of merchandise. And what they're trying to do, they're trying to get some money. Trying to back that ass up. Backs that ass up too. Teach you all kind of madness and stuff like that. But anyway, so let me read on. So it says here, 2 Esdras chapter 15, verse 5. Behold, saith Yahweh, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. The wickedness hath exceedingly bleeded the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. So everything here needs to be fulfilled in due time. You're going to have Israelites dying, man. You're going to have Israelites dying that believe in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. That's also in the scriptures. Man. That's Revelation chapter 6, verse 9 on down. You know, so you're going to have certain Jacob descendants that are going to believe in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, but they still going to get decapitated. Why? Because there's a lot of turmoil going to come up on the planet Earth, man. You know, the mighty men of Babylon are going to turn into a bunch of women. They're already turning into women right now, man. You know, got a lot of estrogen flowing in the air. So once the time of war comes, the majority of the people are going to run. But we pray for a strong spirit so that once that time comes, that hey, we're going to stand up and fight. But because the Most High is going to do that, you know, He's going to do that because He's going to put the spirit on His men. You know what I'm saying? Right, just like because it says in the book of Daniel, chapter 12, right? It says here, let me get that real quick. Because we're also going to get protected by the angels, man. You know what I'm saying? So Daniel chapter 12, verse 2. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, with standard for the children of Israel. He doesn't stand up for the world. He stands up for the Jacob descendants, man. So the Jacob descendants going to get protected no matter what. The elect of them, of course. And the rest of the Jacob descendants, man, they you know, they each his own, right? Well, death to them. Yahweh, this is how we pray for a strong spirit so that we make it, man. You know, because hell is coming up on planet Earth, and a lot of people are not going to like it, you know. So it says here, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to the same time. What's it talking about? It's talking about right now. Because nowadays they got massive weapons like that. They got lasers, they got crazy type of stuff. They got little mosquito type of drones that can actually hit you in the head and off you. They got miraculous type of weapons. You know what I'm saying? They got like covert weapons. Covert weapons are weapons that they use in plain sight of everybody else, and nobody actually knows what killed you. All of a sudden you drop dead from a heart attack. You know what I'm saying? They got concentrated beams. They could just beam it at your heart, stop your heart like that. So those type of weapons they're gonna use upon people, man. And that's about the time that the Jacob descendants is gonna have to get that spiritual power, so else you're not gonna be protected, man. And you can't be faint-hearted neither, because the Most High says in the book of Sirach chapter 2, verse, let me see, Sirach 2 and Sirach 2 and 12. It says here, woe be to the fearful heart and faint hands, and the sinner that goeth two ways. Verse 13, woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not, therefore he shall not be defended. So if you scared, you know what I'm saying, but everybody in the flesh, you know what I'm saying, you could be a little bit messed up. But if you check out King David, right, Malak the what did he do? He wasn't scared, man. It don't matter how big you think you are, or how big you are, even if you don't even think it. No matter how big you are. You know what I'm saying? Once you got a man in front of you that's not afraid and he believes in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, you better get ready to fight. It don't matter how big you are. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of faith you should have. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of faith you should have. Faith in the Lord that He's gonna protect you. No matter what anybody think that they're gonna be able to do. You just pray to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua for a strong spirit in rough times, man. Don't pray for an easy time, because it's not going to be easy. It's not supposed to be easy. It's supposed to be hardship. You know what I'm saying? So when basically don't worry when you're brought to a lower state. You know what I'm saying? Let me get that real quick. Brought to a lower state. Now it says there, Sirach chapter, it was right there. I thought so. But I need to check though, I need to double check sometimes. Sirach chapter 2 verse 4, it says here, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. When you are brought to a lower state, when you are changed to a lower state. You might have been here, and then the Most High put you here. But take it cheerfully. Actually be patient. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how the Most High works. Everything happens to a reason, man. Whether it be an accident, whether it be an uplifting thing, or whether it be luck, you won a lottery or something like that, which I would find very, very dangerous. Winning the lottery, that's very dangerous, man. Because First Timothy chapter 6 verse. Let me see something. First Timothy chapter, let me see, 6 verse, I think it was 9 or something. First Timothy 6 and 9. Yeah, but they that be, First Timothy chapter 6 verse 9, right? So it says here, but they that be rich shall fall into temptation and a snare, and into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men in destruction and perdition. So I would be scared to death if I fall upon some money, or if some money fall upon me. I just want to live day by day. You know what I'm saying? I don't really care about this life, man. This little whack ass world. You gotta pay rent, you gotta work hard for what? For what? You can't even have your own things and stuff like that. They want to up in the rent. All that type of crazy stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? This is not our rest. Yahweh said that. Sorry, the book of Micah said that. Well, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, the Spirit, because this is not our rest. Let me. right? Because this is not our rest. You know what I'm saying? We're not supposed to be comfortable. Micah chapter 2, verse 10, right? We're not supposed to be comfortable in this world. You're supposed to actually go through some hardship. And then Yahushua said, he that overcometh, that's what's up. Micah 2 and 10. And then after that, Revelation chapter 2. And also Revelation chapter 3. Right, Micah 2 and 10. It says, rise ye and depart, but this is not your rest, because it is polluted, it shall destroy you even with a sword destruction. So this is all polluted, man, from the clothing to the food. You know what I'm saying? Because there was a time when if I ate something crazy, all of a sudden my eyes start watering and stuff like that. So I was like, yo, it's cool, man. You know what I'm saying? The Most High is allowing these goddamn demons to actually be able to mess me up with that food. But then after a while, I started to find out bit by bit, because the Most High, man, he can make your eye tear for a whole year or something like that, or something going on with you for a whole year. I had often situations like that, man. Some messed up thing be happening with me for like a year or two. And then the Most High guides me toward a place, and then I find a cure for it. Now I'm looking at myself like, I'm looking actually at myself like, because I'm angry actually, because I'm thinking like, damn, huh? But that's the fleshly stupidity. But like I said, I'm not really angry. I'm just thinking to myself like, damn, man, I could have, you know how simple this was, man. I could have just had this, didn't have to go through these messed up infirmities for 2 years, 3 years, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because another one, I've been hearing a loud beep in my ear. Crazy, man. First time I started to hear it, I thought it was the television. This was like in 2000 or something, man. So 2019. And it keep getting louder and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So, but Yahweh the Sun, you can find stuff against that, herbs. And also, massage the back of your neck, the back of your head. If you tap the back of your head, like over here, you massage the back of your head like that. You know what I'm saying? Tap it a little bit, then the beat will go down, man. But I didn't know that. I wasn't even 100% looking at that. I was checking up herbs and stuff like that. So, but anyway. So Yahweh Shem Yahshua, he can help you with anything, any way he wants. He might make you suffer for like 2, 3, 4, 5 years. And then after the 5 years, he got a simple solution just like that. And you be asking yourself like, hey, can he have? But then you, through the scriptures, you understand like, yeah, you were supposed to go through that. You know what I'm saying? You were supposed to go through that. So it says here, Revelation chapter 2, verse, let me see something. Oh yeah, Revelation 2 and 26. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power for the nations. So that don't talk about no equality, nothing, man. And the first and foremost is that overcometh, right? Now with the overcoming, what happens with that? Overcoming is when you actually succeed in the difficulty, like you overcame it. It's not something like that's just random like that. You know what I'm saying? It's not just winning. No, you won a difficulty. You overcame that difficulty. And what's that difficulty? What you overcoming? This world. You know what I'm saying? The lust that is therein. You know, the madness. Especially the lust. That's one of the things that's actually very. For certain people, it's hard. For certain people, it isn't. I'm gonna give you an example. Certain people can't even stop lining their beard and stuff like that. Look at the IOIC members. Look at the Sakari members. They can't even stop lining their beard while they're teaching on street. Can't even cut their hair. That's a hard thing for them. But maybe they're good in keeping other laws and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But then again, the law of not lining up your beard and your hair, that's the easiest law upon the planet Earth. It should be. There's no job requirement for the lining of your beard. The lining of your head. Beard, they might want to make you line it up, especially if you were a chef or you're cooking in the kitchen, right? And they want you to actually fix up that beard. And also, if you're a security guard, they also want to make you line it up, you know, to make you look so-called decent up on the planet Earth and stuff like that, which I wouldn't do. I don't give a hoot nanny. I'm like Mos Def and Pharaoh. I got the same clothes on every day. You know what I'm saying? Oh no. You know that song. Got the same clothes on every day. Of course I wash them. You know what I'm saying? I wash them, of course, because I got different of the same clothing. I got like 2 of these t-shirts and I got these like 4 or 5 of these same pants. So that's what I mean when I wear the same thing. So yeah, I got a lot of clothing, man. You know what I'm saying? I got so much clothing I can't even put it in the cupboard. But still, I don't dress up for people, man. I dress up for me. If I feel comfortable, now I'm doing it. Because this world is all about this madness thing, man. You know, that's why you have people lifting up iron just to take off their shirt up on the street. But then again, you're just like them females that got fake titties. If you shooting up. If you shooting up, you're just like a girl with some fake tits. But if you straight up hit the gym and you working out, you know what I'm saying, you doing your thing, then it's all good, man. I ain't got a problem with that. I ain't got nothing to say against that. But if you're shooting up, you're a female. You're just like them. You're like a chick with some fake tits, fake lips, and a fake butt. You got some fake ass muscles. It looks big, but you fake. You got that mentality of a woman. You know what I'm saying? You can't stop looking at yourself in the mirror. Anyway, so it says here, Revelation chapter 3, verse 27. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my Father. So, what you gonna do with these heathen nations? You're gonna break them like a glass, like an earthen vessel, like a pottery, like a vase or a vase. That's how they're gonna get their ass smoked. Why? Because the Most High is gonna give us that power. Just like how they're killing Jake now left and right when they feel like it, you know what I'm saying? Or some kind of nonsense like, hey, you trespassing over here or there or whatever. And then what do? They come and they remove you there with violence. You know what I'm saying? They're talking about it's peaceful and stuff like that. Oh hell no! Why don't you just even jaywalking? They could club you up, lump you up from jaywalking, man. You're crossing the street when you feel like it. You know what I'm saying? So it says here. 2 Esdras chapter 15, verse 5. Behold, saith Yahweh, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. So we're getting into that time right now. It's already being done over there in Israel. Why do you think these Ishmaelites actually be getting that punishment that they deserve? Because of the wrongdoings that they did against the children of Israel. The fact that they're in that land over there is because he's the firstborn of Abraham, so he thinks he has the birthright, authority, and inheritance of the land of Jacob. And Esau is the firstborn of Isaac, so he thinks he has the birthright, authority. But both of y'all got skipped over. Both of y'all got skipped over. Ishmael got skipped over, and Esau got skipped over. Even though the birthright is supposed to go to the firstborn son. But yeah, you messed up. The Most High does what he wants. You can get angry all you want. If you're really angry and you want to deal with the Most High, why don't you jump off a bridge and go meet him and tell him in his face. I would not advise you to do that, because he that hated me loveth death. That's what the Lord said. So if you hate him, you're going to die. Simple. You can commit suicide. Then you go meet him and talk to him and tell him how you didn't like what kind of cards you was giving up on the planet Earth. Why don't you do that then? You know? That's gonna be funny. So it says here, 2 Esdras chapter 15, verse 6. For wickedness had exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore saith Yahweh, verse 7, verse 8, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, which are the Israelites, man. You know, but the Israelites did that. You know, the Jacob descendants did that, but the rest of the heathen nations be doing it too. And if you read the book of 1 Esdras chapter 1, I just breathed it in, and then a cigarette came in my nose, my mouth even. Fuck that shit. Shit's heavy. Anyway, so if you read the book of 1 Esdras chapter 1, you're going to find out that You know, once a nation actually commit wickedness, what the Lord is going to do, He's going to send. Right, let me get that. Now this is First Esdras chapter 1 verse. You know what? I'll start at 35. First Esdras chapter 1 verse 35. It says, and he reigned in Judea. Who? I start at 34. And the people took Joachaz, the son of Josias, and made him king instead of Josias his father, when he was 23 years old. And he reigned in Judea and in Jerusalem 3 months. So his son ruled 3 months after him. Right? So check out what happened to him. And then the king of Egypt disposed him from reigning in Jerusalem. Why? Because he was doing wicked. So the Lord allowed the king of Egypt to come and take him out of his spot. Right? And going on, now it says here in verse 36, and he set a tax upon the land for 100 talents of silver and 1 talent of gold. So after that, he taxed us. So we started to get taxed too. So the fact that we're getting taxed right now as the Jacob descendants, that shows you that we're under a captivity, man. Because if you're free, you can't be taxed. Who's taxing the rich? But Yahweh did say, like, hey man, give Caesar his money. His face is on that money, right? Yeah. So give him his money. So we ain't tripping on that. But I'm just telling you to make you realize, like, we're not free. Because a lot of our people, they actually think that we're free. You're not free. You know when you're free? When you don't have to pay taxes. When you don't have to actually go out there and buy water. Let that sink in. You need to buy water. You're supposed to be able to actually drink out of a well. What's the last time any one of y'all digged a well? Did you know that if you start digging holes over here, that you're going to be in trouble? They're digging holes right here, right now. Did you hear that zzz, that thing that you heard over there? Anyway, they're digging holes here, right now. If somebody else was to be digging a hole, you're going to get a fine. That shows you that, listen, man, you ain't got land over here. What you got is basically a temporary position of just walking around thinking that you're free. You're not. You know what I'm saying? You're not free. Jacob descendants haven't been free since 2,000 years ago, actually. Actually 3,000, you know? Since we left under the reign of King Solomon. Yeah. Since then we haven't been free. We have been paying taxes left and right and left. But the Most High says He's going to be jealous of His. I will be jealous of His seed. The Most High said here. So it says here. Wait, let me get it. Sorry, wait a minute. Now it says here, Isaiah chapter 14, verse 1. That's yellow. For Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. We ain't got our own land right now, man. We've been occupied since 1619. You know what I'm saying? We've been occupied since 1619. The fact that we're here in Europe and all these other places in America, you got our people in Australia and stuff like that. We're still being occupied right about now. You know what I'm saying? You're being owned. You got a social security number, right? Well, that's how they tax you. That shows you ain't free nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it says here, and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob, right? Which are the Israelite foreigners. Those are the ones that are going to cleave unto the ones that are teaching. They're going to cleave unto them. You know, thine eyes shall see thy teacher, and they shall be no more driven into a corner once more. Again. You know what I'm saying? So going on. Let me see. Verse 2. Wait. No. That was actually not what I was looking for, but this is still good. I'll find the other one. Verse 2. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place. And the house of Jacob, Israel, shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. So the ones that actually was talking chitter, they're going to be owned, man. Right? So going on. So it says here, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. Who's oppressing us right now? Esau, Ishmael, Moab, Ammon, all the other heathen nations, even Japheth, man. Because you had Japhetic people that be talking about, because they're all under Amalek anyway, Esau. You know, the head tribe of Esau is Amalek, but they're talking about that. They're going to make it to where meat is going to be, how you call that thing? People are going to start to be allergic to meat. Because they're going to start modifying the food, man. Not start. But let me say it better. They're going to start widely modifying the meat and the food. They've been modifying foods, man. Because nowadays, if you eat this crapoloni called seedless grapes and stuff like that, you're gonna get yourself. You're gonna go to the hospital. People start catching up some new kind of cancers and stuff like that, all in the lining of your stomach. I wonder where that came from. All of a sudden, all of a sudden. So yeah, as I was looking for something. Right. So it says that. Right, this is what I was looking for. Now this is Ezekiel chapter 39, verse 25. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh the power. Now will I bring again the captivity of Jacob and have mercy upon the whole house of Israel, and will be jealous for my holy name. So Most High is gonna be jealous for his holy name, man. You know what I'm saying? And his name is Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Jehovah's wickedness. That's what they are. You got a meme online, right? And that meme goes like this. So these Edomites are funny, and they're running after people talking about, have you got time to listen to our Lord Jesus Christ and Savior? And then people are running and stuff like that. It's a funny ass meme, man. He did that with a goat, but the goat froze up. That shit's funny actually. But that shows you that people are so. Hey, what's up, man? Yeah. That shows you that people are so irritated with Caesar Borgia that they're actually running from him, man. That's how funny it is, man. You know what I'm saying? That's how funny it is. They're running from him. Why? Because they know that ain't the truth. And they're irritated by it. Like, get out of here. Because people are start waking up who Caesar Borgia is and who the Lord really is. Because the scripture says there's two. There's one Yahweh Shai and one Jesus. Which is 2 Corinthians chapter 4. 2 Corinthians chapter 4. Or 11 at 4. Huh? Wait, let me see something. 2 Corinthians chapter 11 verse 4. So it says, yeah. So it says here, for if he that cometh preacheth another Yahushua, right? Whom we have not preached, or if he receive another spirit which ye have not received, or another gospel which ye have not accepted, ye might well bear with him. Because that's what you're doing. You're bearing with him. You're looking at them like, man, you're coming up with that fake philosophy of yours. That thing ain't real. You know it ain't real. Ain't no such thing as flying reindeers. It doesn't exist. But they're lying to you. But you're bearing with it. Because that's what they say that their so-called Jesus comes with. Flying reindeers. There's no such scripture that tells you they actually have bunnies that lay eggs and stuff like that and go look for them. That's not what the apostles was doing. That's not what the apostles was doing. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't running. They wasn't hiding chocolate painted eggs, running around trying to catch those things. Those are lies. That's vanity. That's that other Jesus. That's that white meat, the motor, the milk. And that's that Jesus. It's not Yahweh Shai, man. That's that Caesar Borgia. Their doctrine. There's no such thing as flying reindeers. That's not in the scriptures. Even though they marinated into the scriptures, but we just marinated out of the scriptures because it needs to be out of here. And the Jacob descendants is waking up to that fact, Bit for bit, they're waking up to that fact. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. So now this is 2 Esdras chapter 15, verse. Let me see. Oh yeah, I was gonna read Ezekiel 39 and 20. Let me see. 6. Mm, which one was it? Huh? What was that? I think I already read that. Where the Most High said, I will be jealous for my name. Oh yeah, I already read that. Anyway, going up to 2nd Esdras chapter 15 verse. Let me see something. 8. I will hold my tongue no more as concerning their wickedness, touching their wickedness, for they profanely which they profanely commit. Yeah, you got the Edomites doing the biggest profanity, which is outside of the temple. They're doing outside of the temple things, in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood cried unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. This is another scripture which shows you that after death you're still alive. Ain't no bloody YOLO. That's another false doctrine that they're pushing out there. But these people claim that they are the people of the Bible. But you're claiming that YOLO. Because if you really was about that Bible, you would ban everyone and anything that's coming up with some false doctrines in the land, just like how the Israelites used to rule the land back in the days. Just like how they used to rule the land back in the days. You know what I'm saying? You know, because that's exactly how the Most High is actually operating. You know, the rule of the land of the law. Yeah, with the law. You rule the land with the law. You know what I'm saying? But are they doing that? No, they're not. Like I said, they believe in flying reindeers, which is ridiculous in itself. But you have to think about it. Like when I was younger, I didn't necessarily believe in flying reindeers because I know it ain't real. But it was about the presents and the stuff like that. I liked it. But nowadays, I'd be like, no, that's some devil stuff, man, because you're lying. Thou shalt not have no other gods before me. That's one. Thou shalt not lie. And yet they're trying to teach you. And they teach their kids about bunnies that lay eggs. Let that sink in. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, this is 2nd Esdras 15 and the rest of, 9. And therefore, saith Yahweh, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Because you got these Edomites that be murdering left and right and stuff like that, which are the Israelites that they're murdering, and even the heathen nations that they're murdering too. Because if you check out this thing called Agent Orange, you're going to see what they did to the heathens over there. They did that to them. You know what I'm saying? And nowadays, you got these Vietnamese females, what do they do? Who's their daddy? Shit, Esau, man. Even after all the shit that they've done. Also the Jacob descendants. All the shit that these Edomites have been doing to our people, look at them. They're trying to be like them until this day. Got their hair yellow, got tattoos. Those are all heathenistic customs, man. Because I'm from the 90s, right? Our people didn't have tattoos like that, man. You know, we looked at it like some kind of beast shit. You know who had tattoos back in the days? Females that were prostitutes and men that was sodomites on a marine tip, man. You know, the Marines. They was at sea or in prison, the Edomites in prison. Because they got all type of gang tattoos to show you that they hate you jakes. They got a lot of different type of symbols showing you how much they hate your guts. And what do Jake got? Jake got symbols showing each other how much they hate themselves. Oh, I'm blue and I'm red and I'm this side, I'm south side, and I'm east side, and I'm up on here, I'm Midwest and this, that. Uptown, you can't come here. Downtown, you can't come over here. You can't just stroll on my street like that. Who you with? You know what I'm saying? What set you claiming? Knock your ass out, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, the Edomites is looking out, cruising around, looking out for you. What you Jays is doing? Cruising out, looking out for each other. You know what I'm saying? Looking to pull a fast one on yourselves. Right, 2nd Esdras 15 and let me see, 10. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, and modern day Egypt is America. One of the ways you can see that is, first and foremost, we trapped up in that land over there, you know what I'm saying? Because it's known as Sodom and Egypt. And who is the biggest sodomite country up on the planet, starting with America, then the rest of Europe, then Australia, and places like that. That's Sodom and Gomorrah, man. Coming back in the flesh. You see, cities are empires are reincarnated, man. You know what I'm Egypt. This is the Roman Empire again, all over. That's why you got them Roman pillars all over here. You know, you got all that type of fanciness that you see over here. This is literally like Rome reincarnated, man. And what are they trying to? What did they do? What did they do in Rome? They used to have that kiddie porn thing going on, and nowadays they're doing it again. Have you seen the sexualization of the children that they're doing actually right about now, in the schools and stuff like that, all over the place? Do you really want to send your children to these schools? That shows you that we have no power. That's why we need to get back to our own power, man. Which is Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. You should think about it. Ain't the Jacob descendants supposed to have their own house, their own home, their own water? That's what we strive for. And the only way we're going to get it, we're going to break free from these Edomites, because they ain't going to want to let us go. That's a lot of tax money that they're going to lose. You know, even if we did that in the physical form. You know how many tax money they can collect upon our people? That's one of the reasons why they don't want you to leave. Just like how Pharaoh didn't want us to leave back in the days. And what did the Pharaoh back in the days do? He killed the sons. And he left the daughters alive so what? He can fuck them. That's exactly what they're doing. Right? They're gonna butcher the Jacob descendant men, and then they're gonna take they're gonna feed upon the widows and the fatherless. Widows and the fatherless. That's their prey. That's a cowardly move, because if the man ain't home, why you bothering the woman? Because that's a cowardly move. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let me read on. 2 Genesis 15 and let me see. Oh yeah, Egypt. Nowadays, one of the ways you can see that America is modern day Egypt is the pyramid upon the dollar bill. Everybody knows that they hate Jacob descendants, right? But they associate us with so-called Africans and all that type of crazy stuff. And yet they got the pyramid on the dollar bill. For what? Because those are the same people that had the Israelites in slavery, and they represent them same fake gods as them idols actually, as ancient Egypt used to do. Because Pharaoh, which is a dark-skinned man, he's from Mizraim, you know, not Ishmael, as they so-called claim nowadays. What did he used to do? He used to call himself a god until the Most High showed him, thou art no god, especially in front of the man that shall slay thee. As it says here, there. So it says here on Ezekiel chapter 28 verse 9. Now it says, wilt thou yet say before him that slayeth thee, I am God? But thou shalt be a man and no God in the hand of him that slayeth thee. So once the Jacob descendants get their power, we're going to see if Esau is going to be able to call himself a God in those days, because he's calling himself a God right now. And you know what? He is in a godlike position. He can make up rules, because what's going on right now with the Amalekites, what they're doing right now, they're so-called faking attacks on them. You know what I'm saying? Some psyop stuff, and then, you know, they're on the defensive right about now, because they're saying like, yeah, we're under attack, we need more protection. And before you know it, you can't say anything about an Amalekite anymore, because they're going to start coming down upon you like, hey man, we're going to fine you. First and foremost, the fines is going to scare a lot of people that actually talk about them. That's why you have it in the States right now. That's why you have it like this in the States right now, that if they are being sponsored by big companies, they're afraid to talk anything against Amalek. The first thing that is going to come up in their mind is like, man, they're going to cut your water off. They're going to cut that sponsorship off, so you can't talk nothing. And therefore, you're not going to be able to make any money, because they need sponsors and ads and stuff like that to get that money in, to get that revenue in. Because if you see your favorite celebrity with some clothing, right, you're going to want to wear them same clothing too. And that's exactly what they have been doing for decades. And they mastered that art. You know what I'm saying? Because how do they sell clothing? They put a pretty chick up in some clothing, and then they make her walk around with it. And she get paid for just walking around in a bikini or whatever. And then they get money, man. Because the record sales, the sales on record, they want to start going up. Why? Because they saw her in it, now they want to walk in it too. You know what I'm saying? That's how they could actually brainwash people. Think about it. You know what I'm saying? Right, so it says here, 2 Esdras chapter 15, verse 11. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. The land of Egypt, the land of Egypt right now has not been destroyed all the way, utterly destroyed. So what is it talking about? It's talking about the new Egypt, man. The Egypt that's called Sodom and Gomorrah, Sodom and Egypt, which is America, right? And here too, little baby Babylon, you know. So let me see some of it, because it's called Sodom and Egypt. Now, this is the book of Revelation, chapter 11, verse 8. Now it says, and their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. Yahushua wasn't crucified in ancient Egypt. He was crucified he was X'd out in America, starting with there. And then after that, he was X'd out in all over the world, actually, you know what I'm saying? But people know about this Christianity from what? America. You know what I'm saying? Because those are the ones that are pushing actually the movies and stuff like that. So people in other countries that never seen Edomites, they never actually seen Edomites, and then they start seeing movies in the physical form. They never seen them, and then they start seeing movies about this guy, Caesar Borgia, but they think that that's the Lord, and they start believing. That's how they know about it. That's how they know about the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? You can actually analyze how much people know about the scriptures when you ask them, like, so on how many tribes are there of Jacob? And did Jacob have a brother? Aren't you interested who the people are of Jacob's twin brother? He literally has a twin brother. Nobody's actually thinking about it. Why? Because it was given unto him to deceive the four corners of the earth. The nations shall deceive, man. They have no idea what is going on. They're asleep. But the Most High is actually going to wake them up, and they're going to find out, because he's going to peel back the veil that's been spread over the people. And therefore, wait, let me get that, peel back the veil. And they're going to see. They're going to be able to see, right? So it says in Isaiah 25:7, and he will destroy in this mountain, in this government, because mountains are governments, right? And what's up, man? Yeah. What's up? All right. Yeah.
Still working?
I'm still working, man.
Still spreading the word, huh?
Yeah.
Stemmen de band, stammen nu daarop?
Ja. Dat weet je. Oh, oké, cool.
Ben je terug dan?
Ja, man. Is goed.
Ik ga naar Rusland.
Oh, is goed, man.
Ik ga bij de marine werken.
Ja. Huh?
Nederland is verkeerd bezig, hè?
Zeker weten.
Hoe duurt democratie? We worden gewoon op zijn Grieks geleid.
Ja.
Daar komt democratie vandaan, toch?
Ja.
Kijk met die Grieken allemaal tegen.
Ja.
Aan bijvoorbeeld mensen, hoe ze mensen bestraften.
Ja.
Gewoon ze in brand te steken en zo.
Ja. Crucifixion en zo. It's cool. Yeah, you do it. Right, so it says here, Isaiah chapter 25, verse 7, and he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations. So all these nations, they got a veil upon their face, man. It's like they're getting married with a veil on their face. You know what I'm saying? Because back in the days when you got married, that's when you saw your wife for the first time. Not all the time, but, you know, in arranged marriages. You know, the Ishmaelites do it unto this day. Sometimes I make fun of them. I said, like, yo, how your father met your mother was rape. Because she didn't love him. You're not a child of love. You're not a product of love. You're a product of arranged marriages. You know, that's a hard thing to actually say. I know I'm fucked up, but you know, I got that disc. I got that real disc. But anyway, so it says, got the people laughing that were walking by. They heard that. Anyway. So it says here, first Esdras, 2 Esdras chapter 2, verse. The rest of 11. And smite Egypt with plagues as before, and I will destroy all the land thereof. So Egypt is going to be stricken with plagues as before. So that shows you that's going to happen again. And there's no record in the history of history itself that Egypt got knocked off their books with the plagues as before. So the 10 plagues that came upon them. So them 10 plagues is going to come here too, man. That's going to be funny, you know? Because if you check out what are the 10 plagues of Egypt, right? Then you ghosts in the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 17. You had ghosts that was in the land too, man. Apparitions, spooky stuff, you know? So what are the 10 plagues? Let me see some. You know what's funny? This guy just came here and he already knew. He said like, you from the tribe of Judah, right? So I was laughing. I was like, whoa. The fact that some random dude came here and then he talked about it like they know. I just said that they know, but it's sometimes still amazing that they actually address you that they know. So that's funny. So what it was, the 10 plagues were turning water into blood, frogs, lice, flies, livestock being killed, pestilence, boils, hail with fire and ice at the same time. That shows you that it was divine power, man. You got ice and fire, and the ice didn't melt, nor did the fire go out. Let me get that real quick. Ice and fire did not melt. Let me get that real quick. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 16, verse 22. Because it says, but snow and ice endured the fire. So it endured it, man. Just like how you endure a struggle, you going through it, right? So it says here, but snow and ice endured the fire and melted not, that they might know that fire burning in the hail and sparkling in the rain, which are thunderstorms, man. You had lightning, so crazy. You had lightning going on, fire, ice, and snow, and it didn't melt. How about that? And you know, if you're in the water and the lightning hits you, it's gonna hurt you even more, right? So you can imagine what was happening to them down there. You know, that lightning was really, you know, it was getting down on them. Let's say that. You know what I'm saying? So let me read on. It says here, and sparkling in the rain, it destroyed the fruits of the enemies, man. All that. If you Google hail upon crops, then you're gonna see what's gonna happen to the vegetables and fruits and stuff like that. What's up? And you're gonna see what's gonna happen to the vegetables and the fruits and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Right? Why? Because it's gonna actually destroy the food and the crops and stuff like that, man. It's gonna mangle it. All you need to do is Google it. Hail on crops. And then you're gonna see like, well, that ain't no joke. He starved them to death, by the way. You know what I'm saying? So going on. So yeah, the plagues. So it said that, so guess what? It's gonna happen again. So again, you're gonna have water turning into blood. Basically famine is gonna come, because if you can't drink any water, what's gonna happen to you? You're gonna dehydrate and die. You know, you got these celebrities that be drinking their own piss. That's gonna be funny. They're trying to teach people to actually do the same thing too. You gotta be real disgusting if you drink your own piss, because that's actually, first and foremost, it's a satanic ritual. Because when they do their little satanic ritual and stuff like that, what do? They do homosexual acts. So that shows you that is some satanic stuff. Because why don't they do heterosexual stuff? They do it, but they do it in orgies. That's also satanic. You're not supposed to have orgies. If you have a woman, right, and you have sex with her, which intercourse actually, sex is when you can only have sex with one girl one time. That's breaking her virginity, and after that you have intercourse. Sex means to cut. So when you do that, then you're already clean. Unclean until the evening. You gotta wash yourself with water. So how much more unclean are you when you actually have two people there, like three people there? You know what I'm saying? That's hella unclean. What about if it's two dudes, two dudes, right? Or two carpet munches. You know? Have you ever got carpet burn? That's when you have a carpet and it's very rough, and then you skeet across it with your elbow or something like that. Maybe you on the floor just chilling, you know, playing cards or something like that on the floor. I don't know, in your house, and then you get up quick, and then you burn your arm, your elbow actually up on the carpet. That's carpet burn. Well. The carpet munches is actually doing the same thing. They're burning themselves. That's kind of funny because it hurts. You know what I'm saying? So, well, that's funny. So it says here, water turning to blood, like frogs, lice, flies, livestock pestilence, boil, hail, locusts. So the Most High is going to bring that back. And in this form, he's going to actually do it. Basically, it's famine. That's what it represents. It represents famine. That's what it represents. And the famine is already being set up. I have a map where you can see all the so-called disasters that's happening up on the food storages and stuff like that, warehouses. They doing it on purpose. You got deer blowing up. You should type in Google, facilities hacked, farming facilities hacked, farming facilities hacked location. If you see, then you can check out the locations and stuff like that. Then you're gonna find out like, wow, I didn't know that. Yeah, they're doing it on purpose. They're hacking companies that are making farm equipments, like farm machinery. Because if you have a tractor, right, that thing with the big wheel, very big wheel, which is a farming equipment. Machinery. If you have a tractor, you can actually farm a whole land of, I don't know how big acres are, but football fields, acres and stuff like that. Football fields upon football fields, let's say 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 football fields side by side, like 6 football fields. If you have to work that land manually, it's gonna take you like, hey man, it can take you a few days to clear that out of all the farming and stuff like that. And people got bigger stuff than that anyway, so it's more than just 6 of those football fields or soccer fields and stuff like that, right? So you're gonna have a long time. But if you got a tractor machinery, you know what I'm saying, you can actually fix that up in a few hours, man. Half a day, 6 hours or whatever, 12 hours, you can fix that up. But if it already takes you 12 hours with a machine, how much more without a machine? It's gonna take you a few days, man. Because you're gonna get tired. You're gonna have to take a nap. You're gonna have to go to sleep. You're gonna have to drink. You're gonna have to switch shifts. Switch shift. Yeah, switch shift. What I thought. Switch shift. Yeah. Yeah, man. Because you're gonna need multiple people upon your yard. Well, it says here, a darkness and the killing of the firstborn. So that's gonna happen again. And Esau is gonna be having that, man, because he's gonna have widowhood and loss of child in one day. Let me get that. Widowhood. That's in Revelation, if I'm correct. And loss of child. Loss of children in one day. So it says here, Isaiah 47:9. But these two things, I thought it was a revelation. Good that I looked it up. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment in one day, the loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries. So because you're a witch, and you like the witchcraft people, the bewitching of naughtiness does obscure things that are honest. I forgot my music is on. Didn't even pay attention. Started hearing it. Right. The bewitching of naughtiness, man, does obscure the things that are holy with it. Right. That thing was on, man. I didn't even realize it until I heard the song switch. Wow. It's been been on for all this time. Wasting my batteries. Huh? Right, so it says here, so let me read, let me read something else real quick. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 4, verse, let me see. Yeah, I thought it was 4. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 4, verse 12. For the bewitching of naughtiness doth obscure things that are honest. So it's going to obscure it. It's going to mess with it. You know what I'm saying? It says that the scripture says that in the book of Proverbs 12 and 26, it says that the righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the ways of the wicked seduce him. So that's what it's going to do. You're right. You're trying to be righteous, but guess what? For example, if you got your neighbor always popping up chicks and stuff like that on an adultery tip, you know what I'm saying? If you're an honest man, you know, you might fumble. You know, you might not be able to get some puss. So you see this guy knocking on boots of other men. So now you start thinking like, you know what? Maybe I should be start doing that same thing too. Because the more girls you got, the more females actually are attracted to you, which is silly in itself, but actually it's actually a normal thing. Because if a man has a lot of women, what do these other women want? They want the same man. You know what I'm saying? Because if you ain't got no girls, all of a sudden ain't no girl talking to you. Once you get that girl, all of a sudden all the other girls is gonna want to talk to you because that's in their nature. Because they be like, man, I want to compete. What does he have that she wants? I want to see it too. I know he's having sex. I want some too. That's exactly how they start thinking, you know? So it's a natural thing because a man is supposed to have multiple women, you know what I'm saying? But you're supposed to support him at the same time. Back in the day, we would have homes for them because we would have servants. And then we'd tell our servants to actually build houses for them. And those servants would be perpetual servants, or it would be Jacob descendant servants, but not hard bondage. You know what I'm saying? Because a Jacob descendant, he's only allowed to stay with you for 6 years, and the 7 years, you need to let him go. He is a hired servant unto thee. You should see him as a hired servant. But of the heathen nations, they're perpetual slaves. Perpetual. And you get their kids too after that. And after that, and after that, so forth. You know, that's in the scriptures, right? So it says that, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 4, verse 12, right? It says, for the bewitching of naughtiness. And Esau is doing that same thing right about now, right here too, right? Because if you watch this movie called They Live, then you'll find out like, hey, wait a minute. Everywhere you go is witchcraft because all these signs, they have a subliminal message, which is the witchcraft thing. That's how he bewitches you. Oh, Gucci, that's a witchcraft thing, man. A lot of our people are so stupidly dumbified that once they see the word Gucci, they start losing it, man. They start losing it. Meanwhile, it's the sodomites that's dressing you. Those people are doing filthy stuff behind the scenes. Look at this producer from Space Jam that got caught a few days ago. Caught doing what? He was trying to have sex with a 15-year-old little girl. And he's the producer of Space Jam. That thing is going on right about now. But it's not really making media headliners and stuff like that. Why? Because he's an Amalekite. And that guy the guys that exposed him, when they found out who he was, I saw the big guy, he put his head down like, oh shit, what did I do? You know why? Because he knows like, hey man, they're gonna get you, man. See how big and tough you think you are right about now? They're gonna get you. What is he? He's like 2 meters tall. He was looking scared, man. He was like, shit, I don't fuck with the wrong one. That's what he was thinking. Just watch this clip of his, and once they found out, like, hey, this guy is he's an Amalekite big time producer, Space Jam, trying to pick up little girls 15 years old and shit. Oh shit. But that's what's happening right now, you know? Because they're doing things behind the scenes and nobody really knows about it. And they're not really pushing it out there. But then again, everybody knows about the little pedophilia going on in Hollywood right now. They're just not powerful enough to do anything about it. The power is supposed to be with the people, right? It's supposed to be democracy right over here, right? So how come every year when they up the rent, how come you can't say nothing about it? You can't say no. You can't opt out, you know? You know how they want they want it, you're in control of your account. You can opt out anytime you want. Really? Why don't you opt out of that raising the rent every year? Why don't you opt out of that? You know what I'm saying? You can't. Because they got you locked down and you're not getting out of it. You know? So right, so yeah, the movie They Live, what do they do with? Everything that you see has a subliminal message behind it, like obey or buy, consume, do this, do that. When you look at the television, what are they pushing to you? Porn, you know, nudity, all that type of crazy sodomites, all that type of crazy shit is what they're pushing to you, which is that witchcraft, man. You know, they're trying to bewitch you. Here it is. You're not supposed to be a busybody in another man's relationship. How he has sex with his wife. Why are you thinking about that? Why is that in your mind? Because they put it in your mind by putting it on TV. You see people kissing on TV and stuff like that. That's Satan box. You got this guy Anton LaVey, which is the head of the Church of Satan. He said, "Thank you for putting this devil box in every house upon the planet Earth." It's strictly linked to Satan. That's what he said. Anton LaVey. Check it out. Write that quote in Google. Anton Levon, something like that, man. Basically, the guy from the Church of Satan. If you type that, then you will see his name, Anton LaVey. He said it's like having Satan it's like having a Satan box in every house. That's what he said. Because they know better, you know. They know exactly what they're doing. And that sucker, Sammy Davis Jr. Yeah, he was talented, but he was a devil worshiper too. He went with them. Because he was going to the Church of Satan too, man. You see? Because our people are doing the same nonsense as they're doing. But they're joining forces with them. Just like in the book of Psalms 106, where it says that our people started to do child sacrifice. Who's teaching them? Look at the abortion clinics in our neighborhoods. Who's teaching them? These Edomites are teaching them, man. But the fact that they want to do it, that shows you that the Most High is going to off you too. You're going to die first, actually. You know, begin at my sanctuary. The Israelites are the ones that are going to die first. Why? You know better. You should do better too. You know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to be following after these heathen. Why are you doing that to yourself? You know what I'm saying? So it says here, the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 4, verse 12 again, for the bewitching of naughtiness doth obscure things that are honest, and the wandering of concupiscence doth undermine the simple mind. If you got people with strong lust, whether it be strong sexual lust, you can't control yourself, or strong lust trying to eat yourself to death, trying to be three of your own selves, you know, arms thicker than my legs and stuff like that. If that's what you're trying to do, you need to. That's also a form of lust, man. You know, overeating yourself, being greedy for other man's possessions. You know, those type of concupiscence, which is uncontrollable, strong desires, and in this case, is that the sexual desire what you have, which is if it's uncontrollable, then it's lust, then it's not good. And every man desires his wife, so that's another thing. You desire your wife, you know. You shouldn't be lusting after other men's wife, because that's how you're gonna put to death. You know, in this society, they ain't doing it, which you're supposed to do. You know how I just saw a video yesterday. But it was in South America, right? Now this guy, he came home and he put the key up in his house door, right? So he opened the door, and then from the balcony, somebody jumped out the window, man, naked. You know he was fucking his wife. That's fucked up. When I saw that shit, I was like, yo, and his shit was just dangling, and he was running with his boxer short or his like some shorts in his hand, trying to run away from being caught from that house. You know? And you mean to tell me that he's supposed to be living? He ain't supposed to be living, man. But Most High Yahweh is gonna deal with you for that, man. You know? That's a horrible thing to have that actually happen to you. But anyway, going on. Well, it says here, yeah, it undermined the simple mind. It erode. Undermine means erode. It's like when something gets eroded, you know? erode. How can I say? It's like when you have iron and it erode is like rust. It's like how iron rusts, right? That's what it's gonna do to your mind. It's gonna rust your mind because you have these people in Hollywood, for example. I just always use this as an example. You have people trying to get them grinded. They're grinding and they ain't seeing no progress and stuff like that. Before you know it, they start selling their souls. Now they start to get them real numbers. They get that bank. You know what I'm saying? They're getting airplay and stuff like that. But you just polluted your mind. You rusted your mind. You eroded your mind because of the strong lust that you have concerning trying to make it in this godforsaken world. You know what I'm saying? Because it is. Look at them. You got all kind of crazy sodomy going on. You got bestiality going on around here. So they have no laws, no morals, nothing. Even the Ishmaelites have no laws like you saw, man. But they're behind the scenes doing that giddy thing too. All you need to do is type in Bakabasi, Bachha, I think. I don't know, some Arab word or something like that. Bakabasi. Oh yeah, Bazi is like a Bazzy or something like that, or I actually. Bakabasi, something like that. Let me double check it. I uploaded a video one time with the Bakabasi thing. I've never gotten a strike down so bad. I've never gotten a strike so fast in my whole YouTube life since 2007. Actually, a little bit before that. Oh yeah, I got the spelling. Now check this out. Now the spelling is shit, what the hell? Shit. That's what you saw was a little boy. But anyway, it's called Bakabasi or something like that. Oh shit, it's spelled. Oh shit, it's reversed. Anyway, I hope you can still see how it's spelled. Bachha Bazzi. That's what they're doing. And who do you see dancing over there? A little boy. Yeah, that's a little boy. So what are they doing? But these people worship Islam, huh? But they got that Bahabazi. That's crazy. Check. Here you see a dude again. This is what they're doing. It's a dude, man. That ain't no female. You know what I'm saying? So once Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai puts down the law, it's gonna be to where that he's gonna famish all the gods of the earth. What is he kissing there? What do you think? That's the same type of things that be going on in Hollywood, man. You got these people doing the same thing too. It says here the horror of Bahabasi, man. That's what they're doing. You know? Fucked up. That's what they're doing. That's exactly what they're doing. You believe that these motherfuckers shouldn't be put to death? They're exploiting them kids, man. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of orphanage kids and stuff like that walking the street, especially in India and all those places there over there in the east. So what are these devils doing? They're picking them up and doing what? What do you think? What do you think? You know what I'm saying? So that's why once that time comes, we're gonna hunt you down, man. Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 16. You know what I'm saying? Now we ain't doing nothing. What we're doing right now is we're talking. Just talking to you. Having a ball. Once that time comes, it's gonna be hunting season. And the angel's gonna be the first to get you. After that, you're gonna have the men of the Lord. Right? It says here, let me see. Let me read on with Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 4, verse 13. He, being made perfect in a short time, fulfilled a long time, for his soul pleased the Heavenly Father. Therefore, hasteneth he to take him away from among the wicked. So you have some of the righteous, they actually die young. Why? Because the Most High don't want you to be around these wicked people, or else you're gonna follow after their ways. Especially nowadays, how we don't know. Especially nowadays, I'm gonna give you an example. That's why it's not really 100% their fault. You know what I'm saying? Because the younger ones of our people that are being born right now, they're being taught by Esau that being a sodomite is a good thing. Think about it. They have not their own minds. They're being taught. So it is kind of messed up. You know what I'm saying? And Yahushua said, some of you were sodomites, man, but you were clean, washed with the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. So you might did an act, you know. Let's say, for example, you grew up in this world. What is you 20 now? Let's say you're born in 2000, right? And in 2010, they start pushing that garbage in the schools and stuff like that. So now you think it's a normal thing. So you might have, you a boy, you might have kissed another fucking boy or some shit like that, or you're a girl, you kiss another girl and stuff like that, not knowing that you're doing stupid and wrong against Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, because Esau taught you that it was good. That's what I'm saying. And 1 Corinthians chapter 6 verse 9 tells you that, hey, Yahweh Ratazah, if you did things like that, you might have even taken it further. You know what I mean? So after that, hey, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is still gonna forgive you for that, man. You know? So don't take it to heart too personally like that. Because the Most High is all mercy, all forgiving. You know what I'm saying? So it don't matter what no man says. Just don't go and sin no more. Don't do it again. Yahushua said that. Even in the act of adultery, she got caught. Yahushua said, don't do it again. Like it says here, 1 Corinthians 6:9. Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of the Most High? Be not deceived. Neither fornicators, nor adulterers, nor adulterers, idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate, nor abusers of themselves with mankind, which are sodomites. Man. You're abusing yourself with mankind. You're a sodomite. You know what I'm saying? So, even that, nor thieves, nor covetous, nor drunkards, nor revilers, which is speaking highly of high men, you know, men of stature. And for example, you shouldn't be speaking evil or ill of the elder apostles on them. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be speaking evil nor ill about them. You know? You should watch your mouth on the high priest, man. To a certain degree, they're in the positions of high priest. I'll say that. Because they don't call themselves high priest. The only one that calls himself high priest is Sakari. Oh, that's funny. I would never put that title up on, because that means that I would be able to go in the place of the holiest of holy. I don't think I'm worthy for that. I'll tell you that. I wouldn't put that title up on myself if I was me, and I'm me. So, yeah. So it says here, 1 Corinthians 6 and 10. Nor thieves, nor covetous, nor drunkards, nor revilers, nor extortioners shall inherit the kingdom of the Most High. Here it comes. And such were some of you, which ye are washed, which ye are sanctified, which ye are justified in the name of Yahweh, the Lord Yahweh Shai, by the Spirit of our power Yahweh. That shows you that some of them Israelites back then, if you read the book of Romans chapter 1, some of them were goddamn sodomites, man. But the Lord washed them because they came back into their right mind. Like, no, man, I don't think I should be going up in that pooper. And the other one would be, no, I don't think I should allow somebody in my pooper. That's crazy to say that shit, man. But some people actually really believe that thing is normal. If it's so normal, why can't you just go around the world and do your little thing in front of everybody else upon the world in other countries and see what happens to you? You're finna get that bashing. Go to some countries, do that shit if you think it's normal. It's just like stealing. If you think normal is stealing, why don't you do it in front of the person that you're stealing from? Unless you got a gun, you better have a gun. And even then, you know it's wrong because you need something to protect you. That's why you know it's wrong. People know that's wrong. That's why they don't steal in the open, because they know it's wrong. If it was right, you would just do it here, right? You know what I'm saying? You would just do it, but you ain't, because you know it's wrong. Same thing with adultery. If adultery was so right, fucking another man's wife, why are you doing it behind his back? You got some of them that are bold enough to do it in your face. Oh, he might be a sissy. Or you might underestimate him and be like, oh, you think he's a sissy? Why he come back? He leave, he come back. And that's about the time you finna explain to the Heavenly Father what possessed you to do that thing that you just did right there. Anyway, so it says here, so 2 Esdras 15. Oh yeah. Wisdom of Solomon 4 and Wisdom of Solomon 4 and oh no, I was done with that. I was done with that. 2 Esdras chapter 15 verse this is 2 Esdras 15 and let me see something. Not no right. Right, I'm gonna start at 11 again. It says here, I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that Yahweh shall bring upon it. So that didn't happen to ancient Egypt. Modern day Egypt is talking about that right now, starting with America, and then the rest of the places where the Edomites are. Everywhere where Edomite is situated at and stable at is a Basra. You know what I'm saying? Those are the spots you call Basra, because every place where the Israelites are, you call Jerusalem, right? That's what's happening right now upon the planet Earth. You know what I'm saying? You got Jacob descendants waking up. You got heathen waking up. Even Edomites is waking up to the fact that their government is fucking them over. But what you gonna do about it? You can't do shit. You can't fight Satan. You need to wait for the Most High to actually do something. And it's not gonna be to your benefit. You Edomite. You might think like, oh, I'm waiting for Caesar Borgia to come and save me. Yeah. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord, for you don't know what's gonna happen to you. Yeah. You might think something great is gonna happen to you. Well, something great is gonna happen to you, but not to your benefit. You can have a great accident and something great happened to you, but not for your benefit. So that's gonna be the same thing too. Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 14. For therefore, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, that it shall no more be said, Yahweh liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But Yahweh liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of the north, and from all the lands whither he had driven them. And I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers. So what's happening right now? The Jacob descendants are going to go back to the land of their forefathers. We're not going to be here hanging around here no more. Hanging around in the city and stuff like that. We're going to go back to our own spot, own place, own land, own wells. And who's going to dig them wells? The Edomites are going to dig them wells. You know? So we're going to have our own water. No more fluoridated water. No more chemicals in the water. You got birth control pills in the water. That's what you're drinking. You know? That's what you're drinking. The water that you're drinking right now, that's actually sewer water. That ain't living water. Living water has oxygen in it. You know, this dead water. You know what I'm saying? All you need to do is just leave it there, and all of a sudden, hey man, all type of crazy madness is growing up in that water, man. You know, it's literally sewer water, but they took away the smell. They so-called purified the water so that it's clear. But if you put certain elements in that water turns black again, which is feces water coming from out of the sewers. And you're bathing with that every day. So even though you don't drink it, you're still bathing with it. You know what I'm saying? That's why that water that comes out the faucet or the shower heads and stuff like that, that's why it's so polluted. You know what I'm saying? It's polluted, man. Because it's sewer water. You might not realize it. That's why they have to put all these chemicals up in the water to actually sterilize it. And therefore it's going to sterilize you. Keep on drinking and see what happens to you. You know? Find out what kind of tests they're doing and the result of the tests, when they actually give these rats, when they give them that water, see what happens to the rats. You know what I'm saying? So it says here, let me see something. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 15 verse, let me see, 13. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blasting and hail, and with a fearful consolation. Why? Because the famine is going to come. The famine is going to come, man. And once that famine comes, ain't nobody going to fill their belly up. The only way you're going to fill your belly up is if Yahweh Bashem Yahshai is down with you. Why? Because he said, my servants will eat in Isaiah 65, 65 and 12 or something. My servants will eat. Also in the book of First Kings, chapter 17, it shows you that Elijah was drinking. He was drinking. He was drinking out the brook. You know, and after that, and also the ravens was feeding him. And after that, he went to, he was told to go to a certain place. And then when he was there, Mosai actually fixed it up for you. You know what I'm saying? Fixed it up for him. What, he sent him to go out with a, and what did he do, by the way, in the first First Kings chapter 17? What did he do? Well, let me read it actually. He did this. Right, 1 Kings chapter 17 verse. So, in the beginning of the verses, wait, let me read that too. So, 1 Kings chapter 17 verse 1, it says, and Elijah the Tishbite, and by the way, Tishbite was a region, you know, but I was looking in the scriptures where you can find that region. It's not really there, but you did have people that were named after the names of their forefathers. Like in the book of Numbers chapter 3, you can actually figure it out. You can actually see that this, like, let's say your father is Kohath, and then you are the Kohathites, you know, Kohathites, something like that. Just read the book of Numbers chapter 3, and then you will see, because it will explain itself. Let's say Levi, right? And one of his sons was Jackson, just his first name, right? And then what would they do? They would then therefore actually all of the descendants of Jackson, which was his first name, all of his descendants would be called the Jacksonites, for example. You know what I'm saying? But they are the tribe of Levites, which are Levites, and then they are Israelites. So the Jacksonites of the Levi family of the nation of Israel, or the nation of Jacob, basically, right? 12 tribes. Right, so it says here, let me see. 1 Kings chapter 17 verse 1, and Elijah the Tishbite, who was of the inhabitants of Gilead, said unto Ahab, as Yahweh the power of Israel liveth, before whom I stand, there shall not be dew nor rain these years, but according to my word. So he shut up the rain. And what does that represent? Famine. Because if there ain't no rain, ain't nothing growing. And if there ain't nothing growing, you ain't eating. And if you ain't eating, you're going to starve to death. Except Yahweh Bashem Yahshai do this. And the word of Yahweh came unto him, saying, get thee thence, and take thee eastward, and turn thee eastward, and hide thyself by the brook Cherith, that is before Jordan. So the Most High told him, like, go over there. You know what I'm saying? So that shows you that he can hear voices. You would probably call him crazy because he can hear voices. You know? Think about it. The men of the Lord are actually nutcases, according to this world. Why? Because some of them heard voices, man. Like Samuel heard a voice talking to him, calling him Samuel. He thought it was Eli. He didn't know. And Eli thought, well, what's wrong with this guy? And then he told him, like, once you hear that voice again calling your name, say, here am I, Lord. And he did. And then from that day on, the Most High was talking to Samuel in the book of 1 Samuel. Yeah, 1 Samuel. So it says here, Verse 4, and it shall be that thou shalt drink of the brook, and I have commanded the ravens to feed thee there. So you're going to get the water, you're going to get the food, as long as Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is with you. Don't be faint-hearted, because you're going to make it. You know what I'm saying? Believe, because if you're faint-hearted, according to the book of Sirach, chapter 2, verse 14 on down, or is it 12? 12 or something. You can read the whole chapter. Sirach chapter 2, in the Apocrypha, you know? So it says that they're going to be watered and fed. Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. It says that if you faint-hearted, the Most High is not going to defend you. Let me see something. Yeah, I'm looking at the battery. Right. So let me go on quick. Now it says here. So the Most High commanded the ravens to feed them, because the Most High commands animals. Right? He can also command the minds of the people, the kings, the minds of the kings, to make them do whatever he wants. That's one of the reasons why Pharaoh went and enslaved Josh. What's it? Yaman, Paga, Yaman. Says, Yaman. That's why. That's one of the reasons why Josiah got knocked off his boots, and his son also got knocked off his boots. Because Pharaoh, king of Egypt, did that. You know what I'm saying? And then later, I was actually going to read that too. Wait, let me finish this one first. 1 Kings chapter 17, verse. Let me see, 5. So he went and did according unto the word of the Heavenly Father, for he went and dwelt by the brook Cherith, that is before Jordan. Verse 6. And the ravens brought him bread and flesh in the morning, and bread and flesh in the evening, and he drank of the brook. So he was being fed. So that's why we shouldn't be worried once that World War III comes. We shouldn't be worried. Because that's why we shouldn't be faint-hearted, because it's going to come. Everybody be happy right about now. It's all good, yeah, it's all good. It's all cool, cat, it's all good. But once that real famine comes, once that real war comes, you know, because this guy that was over here, he was talking about that he's going to go to Russia and join the army there. You're about to die. You're about to die. Right, you know what I'm saying? You know? Because he think it's all fun and games. War ain't no games, bro. The majority of the people on the planet Earth, they don't want war. They might scream some tough guy shit like, yeah, kill him. But once you see people getting killed in front of you, you be like, no, wait, don't hurt him. That's how people gonna start changing their minds. If you really think you're tough, right? Why don't you look at Live Leaks or Gore.com? See how people get gutted over there and see if you still want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Killing people ain't no fun jokes. Ain't no fun thing. You gotta have a different type of spirit to actually gut people up in pieces, chop them up, and actually just play around with it, man. You got people on the internet actually. I got videos of that. Got people actually eating their enemy. People in South America eating their enemy. That's how angry they are. They eating them, chopping them up in pieces, bodies and stuff like that, eating them. That's some real killer devil shit, bro. That's what they're doing. And I saw, oh shit, I saw this too, man. I got this website. I don't frequently, no, listen, man. I don't go there. I was looking for something, and then I found a footage video of, I think it was a Ukrainian soldier or a Russian, one of those two. But they was fighting each other. And what did they do? They tied him up, and they cut his balls off, man. Fucked up shit, man. And I saw that shit. He was not even actually screaming, but they tied his mouth, so he was screaming innerly. He was ballless. He was dickless, man. They cut his balls off, man. That's the type of things that they're doing over there in the war right now. If you want to see it, well, you're probably not going to find it because Google is not going to lead you to it. But maybe you can check it out on Reddit. You know? Just type in soldier get his balls cut off. You know? Those type of horrible things is happening right now. The majority of the people don't want to see those type of things, man. They would actually beg you to stop. But at that time, in wartime, these people have a different type of mindset, my man. You know what I'm saying? It's either be killed or be killed. That's how they think. And some of them join the army in order to go and kill. Once they get caught, you know what I'm saying, they turn into prisoners of war. They ain't taking no prisoners. What they doing is they're chopping your balls off, cutting your balls off while you're still alive. No, how you call that thing? No, anesthesia or something like that, what they call it. Damn. Anyway, they ain't gonna numb you. they're gonna have you filling them balls, really, really, in real time, real life. You know, throw your dick up in your face after they cut it off. That's the war that they're having right about now. War mentality, killing, they're murdering one another, which is funny as hell. And for what? They find a rich man's war. Once the Israelites get that power, it's going to be worse than that. So it says, let me jump to verse, no, wait. 7. And it came to pass after a while that the brook dried up because there had been no rain in the land. And it was 3 years it didn't rain. It didn't rain for 3 years that around that time, because Elijah made sure that it didn't rain for 3 years. And you can find it out in the 2nd chapter, by the way, which is 1 Kings 18 and 1, if I'm correct. But anyway, so going on, now it says here, and the word of Yahweh came unto him, verse 8, saying, now verse 9, arise and get thee to Zarephath, which belongeth to Sidon, and dwell there. Behold, I have commanded a widow woman there to sustain thee. So the Most High sent him to another woman in order to sustain him with their food, because there was famine in the land, right? And they couldn't eat, they couldn't drink. And the woman, she was also prepared to die, because she said this, verse 10, 1 Kings 17 and 10. It says, so he arose and went to Zarephath, and when he came to the gate of the city, behold, the widow woman was there gathering of sticks. And he called to her and said, fetch me, I pray thee, a little water in a vessel that I may drink. So even he didn't have no water neither, because he shut down the water, and also he can make it rain too. He was praying and then the rain fell, but that's later on. So he can shut down the rain and he can call the rain up again. But through who did he have that power? Through Yahweh, through the Most High Yahweh. Through Yahweh he had that power. Verse 11. And it says here, and she was going to fetch it, and as she was going to fetch it, he called her. He called to her and said, bring me, I pray thee, a morsel of bread in thine hand. So he asked for water and he asked for bread. Going on, verse 12. And she said, as Yahweh thy power liveth, I have not a cake, but a handful of meal and in a barrel. So she had a little bit of flour in a barrel. And yeah, so it says, let me see, where was I? And a handful of meal in a barrel, and a little oil in a cruse. And behold, I am gathering 2 sticks, that I may go in and dress it for me and my son, that we may eat it and die. So she was like, yo man, this is gonna be our last meal. I'm just gonna fix it up, and I'm just gonna leave it at that, and I'm just gonna roll over and die. That's what she said, because she was afraid of that famine, because the famine was in that land for 3 years. And who did it? It was actually Elijah that did it, but through the power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, because he wanted to punish the people up in that land over there, and he did that, you know. So verse 13, and Elijah said unto her, fear not, go and do as thou hast said, but make me thereof a little cake first, and bring it unto me, and after that, sorry, so it says, and after, make for thee and for thy son. So basically make for me, and for your, and then for you, and then for your son, right? So going on, well, it says here, verse 14, for thus saith Yahweh, the power of Israel, the bearer of meal shall not waste, neither shall the cruse of oil fail, until the day that the Lord sendeth rain upon the earth. So what did he just do? He actually blessed her with infinite amount of the thing that she was using, because here you have the oil, here you have the flour. You can make only X amount of cakes and stuff like that, or unleavened bread. It depends on what you're making. But anyway, or just bread that rises up and stuff like that. So what did he do? He actually said, okay, I'm gonna make this crude oil be infinite, and I'm gonna make the flour be infinite. So she could make off of that little bit of oil and that little bit of flour. She could make an infinite amount of bread for 3 years long. It never went up. It's like grabbing a how do you call that thing? A liter Shit, I ain't got no example. It's like grabbing a liter of water, like this, and then being able to infinitely pour it out up on the floor to where you can fill a whole river. You just hold it out on the floor like that. You could hold it up for days, filling up rivers and streams and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That's the amount of infinite water that he blessed, well, that he was able to bless her with, but it wasn't water, it was oil. So he basically sustained her forever. Well, for these 3 years, until the rain came back. So let me read that part again. 1 Kings chapter 17, verse 14. For thus saith Yahweh, the power of Israel, the barrel of meal shall not waste, neither shall the cruse of oil fail, until the day that Yahweh sendeth rain upon the earth. So, and how long did it sustain her? Let me see some here. This is 1 Kings chapter 18, verse 1. It says here, and it came to pass after many days that the word of Yahweh came to Elijah in the 3rd year, saying, Go, show thyself unto Ahab, and I will send rain upon the earth. So how long did it take? It took 3 years for it to rain. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of death. I'll tell you that. So from 1 Kings 17 until 1 Kings chapter 18, 3 years passed. A lot of people done died off of that curse that Elijah done put down, because the Heavenly Father wanted it to be done like that. So he said, go out there and basically curse them for having no rain, with having no rain. And then they didn't have no more rain. How about that? So the Most High is able to sustain you with, like, oh yeah, Yahweh Shai did the same thing too, by the way. So that's why they said that Elijah was the greatest prophet born of a woman. Sorry, Elijah was the greatest born of woman. Let me see, Matthew 11. And then I'm gonna get the thing about Yahweh Shai with the fish. Let's see what time it is. Okay. So it says here, Matthew 11, verse 11. Verily, verily I say unto you, among them that are born of women, there hath not risen a greater than John the Baptist. Notwithstanding, he that is least in the kingdom of heaven is greater than he. And who's going to be least in the kingdom of heaven? These false prophets. If you're a false prophet teaching false doctrine, or you're a false teacher teaching false things which you ought not to teach, which you shouldn't be teaching, they should be stopped. All right, let me get that real quick. I think it was in Titus.